Well, the annual high-level debate of the UN General Assembly begins tomorrow. Heads of state and government, including President Zuma, are already on the ground as the World Cup of diplomacy gets underway, and while the South African delegation begins to lobby for its bid for a non-permanent seat on the Security Council, the United States will host a meeting on UN reform later today. This while the President of the General Assembly has convened a high-level gathering to draw political attention to the devastation caused by Hurricane Irma.
The buzz around the first visit to UN headquarters of United States President Donald Trump is a mix of anticipation and the complete unknown. The unpredictable nature of the US leader and his much-vaunted America First policy could make his first foray into the largest multilateral setting in the world an absolute must-see. While he addresses the General Assembly on Tuesday, he'll host a high-level meeting on UN reform Monday, while tensions in the Korean Peninsula, the Iran nuclear deal and several bilaterals, including with the leaders of Israel and Palestine, will be closely watched.
To start off with the speech that the President gives, I think you can see it for yourself. I personally think he slaps the right people, he hugs the right people, and he comes out with U.S. being very strong in the end. And so I think the President has always believed there's great potential in the United Nations, but I think now the world is seeing it, that it is actually changing and it's actually becoming more effective.
Other newcomers to the UN will include French President Emmanuel Macron, Gambia's new President Adama Barrow, while appearances here by Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari will be closely watched due to continued questions about his health.
Yes, he's leading the delegation to this General Assembly, and he's in very good health. You know, he really is back to what he was before.
South Africa will also officially get its bid for its third non-permanent seat on the Security Council underway this week, despite a reluctance by the Minister of International Relations to talk about it.
Let's keep it that way until we get it. We are not necessarily not in a business of counting impalas that are still running in the field.
So not in the next 2 years?
Let's leave it that way.
Officials from her department and the South African mission to the UN have since confirmed that South Africa will bid for a 2-year seat on the Council starting in 2019. Most critical will be winning the support of fellow African countries who have in recent years decided on African representation in the Council by providing an unopposed slate for elections in the General Assembly. UN member states are then left merely to rubber stamp the regional decision or reject it, which seems unlikely. Sherman Bryceby's SABC News, New York.